The big construction equipment, the lifts and all, it's going to come to us. We went to a crawfish boil there.
Scott Equipment.
I talked to one of the guys with Scott Equipment, and the first word out of his mouth, he didn't know who I was or where I was from, but he was talking to someone on the side of it. He says, I get all my best mechanics out of St. Landry Parish.
How about that?
I mean, just cold. Told that to the other guy. I had no clue who I was, and I was like, I'm going to write that one down.
Well, you know, Malcolm Lalonde's nephew, Mike Marks.
He works there.
He works there.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mr. Richard, Scott Richard's father.
He works there as a salesman?
As a salesman. Sold me my little forklift for Integrity Supply in Abbeville, Louisiana.
Welcome back,
Don't
Kiss.
forget
Hello.
Integrity Supply.
How
for your
about
all field supply needs?
I got a nice note from the American Legion. You know, Legion ball is about to start. They got the two teams with the St. Landry Bank Indians and the Opelousas General Health System Seminoles. They're looking for 18 kids aged 14 through 19. Local high schools, they're going to have the tryouts for all local high school kids. Call Ken Thibodeau, 942-2736. And the coaches are going to be Pat Artall, Jimbo Thomasy, and Danny Savoy on the Indians. And on the Seminole side, it's going to be Kevin Benoit and Nick Pascal. So there you go.
Here comes another April 15th. Is your tax preparer competent? Well,
that's important.
If you are going to a CPA, they have been certified to do your tax work. A lot of other accountants are capable of doing a good job, but not many have qualified to be an official. I don't know the name of the word here. It's a whole long article in USA Today. But Mr. Theory, who we run television ads for every year, he and his firm, and they're located, I think you call that, what, Union Plaza Shopping Center, where the crawfish place is.
Papa's Crawfish.
Papa's Crawfish. I think they changed it from Papa's now. Anyhow, y'all know Barry, his daddy, Reeves, Barry Reeves. Mr. Theory has been in that location for several years now, and our firm here, the television station, makes some ads, and he runs those regularly throughout the tax season. And he has gone and certified himself to be a tax preparer, and that's important.
How about we talk about LHC Group, all your home health care needs. LHC Group can help you between the therapists, the nurses, the equipment you need in your house with the oxygen, the lift chairs, the special beds you might need. Louisiana Healthcare Group, all about helping people. And I saw they had a huge crowd for the run that they put together to help fund the Veterans Memorial that they're going to build on Highway 182.
You saw whose picture was on the news? Keith Myers.
The founder of LHC.
That's correct. And big supporters. In fact, it's his two sons
who organized the run.
The run. So they are good participators, kind of like Dr. Carey. They're giving back to the community. And I think that's very important.
How about Steamboat Warehouse? Get mama away from the smell of her own cooking. If you're going to go out and get a bite to eat right now, Steamboat Warehouse. You know, you got some friends and family coming in for Easter. It's a good time to go relax. The weather's beautiful. You're starting to get all that good Louisiana crawfish right now. All the crawfish dishes have local crawfish, good to eat.
It's been raining Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday through the weekend should be good weather. So
go sit on the wharf, drink an adult libation, maybe a good bottle of wine, Steamboat, from everything from seafood to good steaks there with chef owner Jason Hugay. And how about one more sponsor before I give up sponsors right now? Let's go with Carl's Thrifty Way. All your medicinal needs, if you need a prescription, if you need over-the-counter type medication, they can help you. Everything from, when I think of over-the-counter, I was thinking of stuff like just a little cold, little scratchy throat type stuff, maybe the stuff for your contact lenses. They can help you with all that, but they've also got those generics that help you cut your medical bills down. You
know, I know you asked me how my hacking coughing was coming along.
Right.
The last 2 weeks have been really tough. I finally listened to some advice from Vicky, and I went to see Dr. Tate, and they called in a prescription to Carl's, and one of it is it a C-pack they call it?
Sure.
What's the antibiotic? It's a 5-day dosage, and then
take more the first day and then less as it goes. One of those things.
Yeah,
like a triangle when you take it.
and I'm in the third day of taking the treatment.
And you haven't coughed a lot today, a little bit.
Just a little. It seems to be getting better, and a cough syrup that could be something. I mean, Dr. Tate prescribed it. I just wonder if I wanted to bring the bottle in, and I left it in the vehicle. It looks like it might be something that they have concocted. What's the right word? The concoction.
They make it themselves.
Make it themselves.
That's the way to say it.
Let's say it like a boy from Plaisance would say.
They compounded it themselves.
And it seems to really work well. Good. And we just want to thank Dr. Tate for the usual professional services that he's always provided me. And so many of my friends, that's where they go to.
And the man owned the greatest racehorse in history, Secretariat.
Yeah.
Raced right down on his property.
Slept on his property.
Slept on his property. Of course, you know, that's where they did the movie.
The movie.
Show this photo here, Mark. Let's talk about this a second. We had a 24-year-old cold case here in Opelousas, a murder case of 28-year-old Miss Brenda DuPont, who had been killed in her home. They never could find anybody. They had suspects. The Opelousas Police Department never gave up on the case, kept working it. When Chief Perry Gallo was elected, he assigned Detective Dwayne Grimmett to really dig and work even harder at these cases. And they took the two guys that they knew had to be the ones who did it. They ran through a DNA test and came back negative. And they were, you know, amazed. But that's what DNA does too. It takes the innocent and rules them out. And they ran another guy, and he came out positive. A guy who was around the thing, but wasn't the primary guy they were looking at, and they figured out he was the guy.
I think he was a suspect.
He had been interviewed. I don't know if he was a suspect, but he had been around and interviewed. So they know he was around and he was involved, but I don't think they ever put two and two together that he was actually the culprit. And now they, you know, DNA shows.
I just want to give a big thank you to Dwayne Grimmett for undertaking this, because that's got to be kind of, when you go home at night, you know, darn, I didn't do much today.
You know, you're looking at a case that's so old.
You never know when that hit will come.
And they got evidence, the best way they could do evidence then, not knowing what they would need for the future. You know, I mean, the technology wasn't invented, so they did the best they could, not knowing, well, maybe one day they'll better look at this stuff and figure it out. And one day that day came. So I want to congratulate OPD. I think it's 8 cold cases that they've solved. That's probably as much as Chicago, Illinois Police Department has solved over the same period of time. And you know what? Chicago's got a much bigger budget than Opelousas. What would you think? But and a picture of the young lady who passed away.
Talking about young ladies, I was attending a boxing commission meeting at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Baton Rouge recently. And I even think I took a picture of this lady, and somehow I don't think I showed it. If I did, I didn't have my notes here. But Connie Hayes from Orneville, Louisiana, she works for the St. Martin Parish School Board. She's a grants writer. She was attending the Louisiana Association of School Board Officers. And I want to tell Miss Connie hello this morning. I apologize. I think I took your picture and I didn't show it.
Let's show some more pictures. While we're on the picture roll, we got Miss Vicky. And where are y'all here? Y'all at Mr.
Keats in Maurice, Louisiana.
Just past City Bar on the left.
Yep, and I looked in and I didn't see Matthew Trahan, the owner. I didn't see that fancy pickup truck, so I didn't stop. But we had a great evening there.
And I recognized the band that was there.
Sir.
Little Kenny and the Heartbreakers.
You bet. And that seems to be that young man with the gold-looking, not gold, orange-looking, orange-looking.
The accordion player.
Young, yeah, and then he's playing a sax later and a guitar and a call. He just plays, I guess, a little of every instrument, kind of like Little Kenny.
Right.
Little Kenny used to play
everything.
Other instruments. Today he's on the piano now.
But he plays guitar.
Because Mac, who used to be his piano man, he retired.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Como, I think, was the last name.
They've been a good team for
Albert's
years.
son.
So
Albert and Annie.
So you think that's a grandson to
I'm just guessing that's
Let us know, Little Kenny. Next time you see us got a phone, call us, let us know.
That's correct.
And
this is Greg in the green shirt and his wife there, and they enjoying the crawfish. And of course, Greg's claim to fame is his daddy Leroy from
Leroy Richard from
Lawtell area.
Oh yeah,
a successful farmer and a tremendous bike rider, and he's a member of our Bi-State Fishing Rodeo. I had just fed him barbecue at my house.
And came to retreat with us before, and goes, I think, with the Church Point group normally. So
yeah.
good morning.
Right here, and this is Marty Swallow, and these fellas work with the Louisiana Health Department, and they were attending the association's annual meeting in Lafayette, Louisiana.
They're enjoying the crawfish,
and
for sure.
enjoying the crawfish. And these ladies came and sat with Vicki and I, and just were very entertaining from Baton Rouge. This lady here, I swear, she looks like she's 19 years old. I told her that, and they started laughing, and they said, she's retired. I said, she's what?
No kidding.
She's 49 years old and already put in her 30 hours,
No
30 years of working with, and I think she was just a friend that was attending. And then another person that I didn't get a picture of was Danny Doucette, and he's retired, but he attends, and I guess he still wants to earn his hours of continuing education.
Right.
A lot of them were attending that for that, and in fact, Vicki was.
And one more photo.
This is Rachel and her fellow worker. They work with the Pelican Federal Credit Union, and she works in the Opelousas General Hospital's office there of the Federal Credit Union.
And who's her daddy?
I think it's Mr. Leo Mesh. She
Really?
mentioned Leo, and she says he really thinks a lot of you, Bobby.
So she knows what a platin is.
It's either her daddy or her grandfather.
Well, very good. We got some from out in the Paconya area.
We had a blast. It was really fun. Thank y'all for allowing us to enjoy the good crawfish and all. And Mr. Keats is a nice place if you want to have a big have a lot of people there. They serve them up good.
One more before the commercial break. Chief Perry Gallo, we're talking about all the good things he's been doing. He's having a Break the Silence, Stop the Violence type event. It's going to be April 14th. It's a Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. over at Donald Gardner Stadium. They're going to have Perry Gallo himself is going to speak, the chief, the former chief Larry Collier, and Charles Banks, a former gang member, is going to speak, and Cupid's going to play. The God is Mr. I Can Make You Dance. So come on by. Be a good thing for the kids to see. But we got to go to commercial right now. KSLO TV, it's 3-minute break time. We'll see you on the other side of 3.